The new historical epic Napoleon hits theaters today.
Yeah, the film is from legendary director Ridley Scott, a filmmaker who only sat down with 2 television stations in America. Can you guess one of them? Fox 32.
It was us.
Guy right here.
It was us. The other was another Fox station in D.C.
Okay.
Yeah, which is fantastic. Yeah, I really wanted to put this piece together because he's one of those filmmakers that you can't really truly appreciate until you see all of rapid fire, all the movies he's done. So this was a big deal for me. At the age of 86, director Ridley Scott is making movies with more energy than filmmakers half his age. And we sat down with the Hollywood legend to talk all about his new movie Napoleon hitting theaters today as well. Let's take a look back over his incredible 50-year career of classics.
I've seen things you people wouldn't believe.
Generals gathered in their masses.
Well, I think there's a disconnect between all my material because I have no plan. The plan is that there is no plan.
Just like witches at black masses.
A little bit like a child in a playpen saying, oh, I like that blue ball, I like this green whistle.
Evil minds that plot destruction.
There is no plan or connection. It's all intuition.
Sorcerer of death's construction.
On a random afternoon in 1979, Ridley Scott's phone rang.
Somebody said, this guy standing on the phone. I said, Stanley, who said, Kubrick. I said,
Ridley Scott was just 42 years old, and one of the greatest filmmakers of all time had just called with the single best question a filmmaker can be asked. How the hell did you do that?
And it was this, and he said, Stanley Kubrick, and he went straight in. How did you get that thing to come out of his chest?
We've been asking Ridley Scott how did you do that for nearly half a century. And for the record,
cut a hole in the table, make a fiberglass chest, stretch a T-shirt over it, razor blade it, hand device. He said, I got it, I got it.
The legendary filmmaker has given audiences a front row seat to some of the most iconic cinematic images ever created. Big screen skills that he learned on the small screen.
I had the best film school ever. I did years as a major advertising director. Steve Jobs' commercial I did for Steve was a minute. We ran it, he cleared his stock in 2 weeks. Boom.
60 seconds. That's all Ridley Scott needed to tell the world things will never be the same.
Advertising, for me, was a training ground, all kinds of things. It made me a very skilled filmmaker. It was almost like an art form, because it adjusted and changed the way films were lit, cut, and storytelling.
Storytelling that Scott has mastered for nearly 50 years.
She's a replicant, isn't she?
From big screen epics
Let them come!
to powerful personal dramas.
They tried to kill my wife!
From legendary heroes
Are you not entertained?
to terrifying villains.
Is this Clarice? Oh, hello, Clarice.
A lifetime of skills all leading to his latest cinematic sensation, Napoleon.
Send in the infantry! Take their position on the higher ground!
And like the infamous French general himself, Scott understands the challenge of leading an army. At least one in front of a camera.
Napoleon says that one of the hardest challenges is to convey the plan, convey what it is that he wants to happen to everyone else who can execute that plan on the battlefield. I'm sort of curious if it's similar being a director.
Are you kidding? It's absolutely exactly what happens. I do everything with 4 cameras. So let's say a scene scheduled for a day. I'll be finished by 11. So we did Napoleon 61 days. Today it became a lot easier because I can remove a camera digitally. The very first film has the only 1 camera on the Alien, me. 1 camera on the Duelist, me. Only 1 camera on Legend, that's me. Thelma and Louise is me. So I know exactly how to use this thing. Got to have the scene in your head as a geometric structure.
23 years after working together on Gladiator, Napoleon reteamed Scott with Oscar winner Joaquin Phoenix.
I found the crown of France in the gutter and placed it atop my own head.
You've changed a lot as a filmmaker since Gladiator. Joaquin Phoenix has changed a lot as an actor. When you see that performance, when you see that film, who has changed the most? Joaquin as an actor or you as a filmmaker?
Joaquin I think clearly, of course, has changed since then because of the experience. But I think Gladiator was a monumental scale that he hadn't been used to. And I'm kind of already used to that scale. And since 20 years working on a lot of stuff, and the thing that I thought was absolutely extraordinary was the Joker. And I didn't love the fact it kind of condoned violence. Didn't love that. He was remarkable. Once I saw the joke, I thought, this is Napoleon.
And while Napoleon features some of Scott's greatest cinematic battles, he says 50 years after calling action for the first time, there's one he'll be most remembered for.
What is the moment where people, you think, look at it and go, that's why he's a legend?
I think there's a lot in Black Hawk. Black Hawk Down was a simultaneous action, went on for 22 hours. There were battlegrounds everywhere. So one of the hardest things to do was actually intercut who was doing what when. And so Black Hawk was a real challenge, yeah.
Heroes and villains, gods and monsters. Ridley Scott has transported audiences from the past to the future, from the heavens to hell. Because when your stories are timeless, so in turn are you.
This is Ripley, last survivor of the Nostromo, signing off.
Napoleon is in theaters now. I've seen it. Sylvia's seen it. We're going to do a dinner and a movie coming up, and we got to get Terrence to see it too.
Absolutely. I do want to see it.
Very good. Okay.